confined maiden stakes, and they're off. Wetchard a little slow to stride, but not as slow as Havana Smile. Fast away, New Monarch in the noseband on the near side of the white-capped Words of Truth. Harbour Lock in the all-blue jacket is next, followed by King of Thunder. Dark Shore on the far side of that pair, and they're followed by Wetchard and Havana Smile. So racing down through the first quarter mile over their 6 furlongs, and it's New Monarch now with a half-length advantage over Words of Truth in second. Harbour Lock is close up in third from Dark Shore. Then King of Thunder in the centre in the orange jacket, away to the right Wetchard in the yellow colours, and finally Havana Smile. The leaders are bunching together now. Words of Truth almost level with New Monarch, who's now nudged along. Far side Dark Shore putting in a run, the grey. On the near side on the right Wetchard with Harbour Lock and King of Thunder with a chance as well as they race on towards the final furlong. It's Words of Truth that has taken it up in the hands of William Buick. New Monarch is switched far side trying to rally. Near side is Wetchard who's dashing home, but it's Words of Truth by a length and a half to New Monarch and racing up towards the line. Words of Truth will win by about a length and a half from New Monarch in second. Back in third Wetchard on the near side and King of Thunder away. The Sodexo Live, Princess Margaret, and they're off. And Aragambe just restrained a little, leaving the stalls on the far side, but albeit in fourth place as the lead is held by Fitzella early on, very quickly into stride, followed by Eskimo Pie and Midnight Tango, who's racing quite freely. 2 or 3 lengths then to Aragambe and Amberia on the near side. Daniev Dandy and Flowerhead, and then Sicania, Stayer and Bella Lyra in the orange jacket is the back marker. So the favourite leads the way here, Fitzella and Ashee Murphy, by at least a length and a half to Midnight Tango and Eskimo Pie, who are disputing second. Another length and a half then to Amberia, followed by Aragambe. Flowerhead is beginning to improve in the violet jacket. On the extreme right is Sicania. They're followed by Stayer. Far side in the blue and white jacket, Daniev Dandy, and then Bella Lyra. Fitzella now coming under a drive. Midnight Tango tries to challenge. Aragambe switch to the far side with a chance to with Eskimo Pie as they run inside the final furlong. Fitzella still leads. Stayer is running on well. Midnight Tango, but it's still Fitzella who spearheads the field. Bella Lyra with a late run as well, but Fitzella is going to hold them all in the Princess Margaret. Tight for second, Bella Lyra on the far side of Stayer, then Midnight Tango. Valiant Stakes, and they're off. Starting out from the mile start on the round course, Cajole was well away. Bermuda Longtail in the noseband. Up the inside, American Gal is forward. Chantilly Lace is right on the fence in the black and white and might just come through to lead them all now. And it's Chantilly Lace and Hector Crouch that goes on into the lead from American Gal. Bermuda Longtail in the pink cap is 3 wide. Cajole just in behind these under William Buick in the Cheveley Park stud colours, taking a bit of a hold. Then Royal Dress on the fence, white with the red sash, followed further back by Lulu's Gift and Glittering Surf, and then Jancis and Cheshire Dancer is the back marker. They're on their way towards the 4 furlong point from home, and that'll be the halfway stage in this Group 3 prize for fillies and mares. And it's Chantilly Lace that leads the way to American Gal in second as they begin the turn. Royal Dress back on the inside, out wide Bermuda Longtail. Cajole is between runners. Then a couple of lengths back to Lulu's Gift and Glittering Surf and Jancis and Cheshire Dancer. They're inside the 3 and they turn for home. Chantilly Lace on the far side, just the leader. American Gal is right there for Mikel Barcelona. Cajole is trying to reel them back on the outside. They're chased by Royal Dress. Chantilly Lace coming under a strong drive. American Gal, Cajole looking to the outside. Jancis is running on well in the black cap with Cheshire Dancer inside the final furlong. American Gal on the near side, Cheshire Dancer, Jancis. Chantilly Lace still pitching on the far side. It's going to be really tight. American Gal on the near side, Cheshire Dancer. Oh, it's tight. Cheshire Dancer, near side American Gal, far side Chantilly Lace. And they're off. racing, and very slow to begin Lord Bertie on the near side, and on the far side Kazakh very slow away. Array broke out well far side, chased by City House and Pals Battalion, and Cody Lyon, who's now tracking across towards the centre with Classic, who's recovered well. On the near side Northern Express with Noble Truth, who's pulling very hard in the diamonds. Golden Mind is handy from Yorkshire, then Classic, followed behind these by Cody Lyon and Zoom Zoom and Two Tribes, and then fresh in the dark blue and maroon and Acadian Thunder, the favourite in the second half of the field from Billy Joe. Under a drive is Alameen, further back is Sword with Galeron, at the back of the pack Lord Lord Bertie I should say, Alto in the blue with the orange armlets to the left of the main group with Cerulean Bay, chased by Kazakh, but it's Northern Express, last year's winner, that probably holds sway from Golden Mind and Yorkshire on the right, then Classic, they're chased by Noble Truth and Zoom Zoom, and Cody Lyon begins to stay on, isolated on the far side. Array, Pals Battalion and City House, they enter the final 2 furlongs now. Northern Express challenged on all sides. Cody Lyon with Golden Mind. Classic comes through strongly, in behind them is Sword weaving around, and Two Tribes down the near side, probably the fastest of all, and it's Two Tribes that picks it up now from in second place Classic, then Sword and Golden Mind, and it's Two Tribes who lifts the International from Classic. Sword in third, fighting it out for fourth was Cody Lyon and Golden Mind, and then Northern Express. And they're off racing. Oh, an awkward jump from Fear Not. Jumped in the air in stall 17. A little bit slow to stride. Sisyphean well away on the far side. Ryan Moore is looking across, or was looking across. He might try and get down the centre. The centre group is headed by the favourite Bullet Point, followed by Taroom. Close up Whitcomb Rockstar and Talis Evolve there on the extreme right. On the near side now Competizione in the green and white striped jacket. Madame de Savigny is pulling very hard. Taroom is tracking Sisyphean down the centre. Duke's Command on the far side, further back in the field then to Supido. Tarkan on the near side, green and white diamonds. Mythical Guest further back with Hawksbill and Cozy Bellow, and then Bo Pedro. Fear Not on the right in the purple cap, and at the back of the field is Hickory. It's Bullet Point that just shades the advantage to Sisyphean. Taroom is close up third on the far side, then Competizione and Whitcomb Rockstar. Cogitate behind these. Duke's Command and Talis Evolve, Aaron Tarkan and Supido and Madame de Savigny, and then behind those Mythical Guest and Fear Not as they race on now towards the final 2.5 furlongs in the Betfred handicap. Bullet Point on the right, pink jacket. Away to the left to Room. Within the spotted cap is Sisyphean. Coming through Cogitate. Behind these Competizione, Tarkan up the rail. Bullet Point's going to have to dig in here. Cogitate is coming hard at him. Then on the far side, Cozy Bellow with a run in the red sleeves. It's still Bullet Point. Fear Not finishing strongly though on the stand side. Fear Not from the back of the field, who ran so well in the Britannia. Fear Not from Bullet Point as they race to the line. Fear Not and Bullet Point. Fear Not, Bullet Point. Hickory flying home in third. They were clear of Cozy Bellow. Fifth running of the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, and they're off. Now Continuous in the purple and white stripes. Just leads early, but it looks slow. Jan Bruegel is right with him, his stable companion. Then Rebels Romance in the blue jacket on the inside. Kalpana is out wide, and the favourite Calandagan at the rear of the field. And Jan Bruegel it is who makes the running fractionally ahead of Continuous. The assumption was that Continuous would lead, but not so far. And they've crawled through the first couple of furlongs down the hill towards Swinley Bottom. Continuous keen on the outside of Jan Bruegel. Then Kampala, Rebels Romance, getting cover on the inside, and Calandagan at the rear of the field as they race on now towards the mile marker. Jan Bruegel and Ryan Moore on the inside of stable companion Continuous and Wayne Lawden, who won't settle. Rebels Romance and William Buick in third. Kampala and Oisin Murphy in fourth place, and then Calandagan and Mikel Barcelona. Jan Bruegel going on now, horse that stays very well, and they're about to meet the rising ground inside the final 7 furlongs. Jan Bruegel from Continuous, Rebels Romance, Kalpana the filly, 2 lengths to the favourite Calandagan, and now they're racing racing on towards the final 6 furlongs. They've passed the 6 and they're heading on towards the 5 in the King George, and gradually Ryan Moore is winding it up. He's turning on the tap aboard Jan Bruegel. Still just a half length. 2 in second place, Continuous. Rebels Romance. Then on the outside, Kalpana, and still Mikel Barcelona waits. He waits and waits on Calandigan as they run now towards the final right-hand sweeping bend. Jan Bruegel, Moore just nudging away in front from Continuous, who still travels strongly in second. Rebels Romance, Kalpana, and a very patient ride on Calandigan, last of the 5. They're now homeward bound. He gets increasingly emanated on Jan Bruegel. Coming round them is the filly Kalpana. Between them, Continuous. Rebels Romance a little short of room and can't get through. Calandigan is stalking. Kalpana sets sail, outpaces Jan Bruegel. Calandigan coming after the filly. Kalpana has quickened up tremendously. Can Calandigan reel her in here? He's getting a bit closer inside the final furlong. Kalpana from Calandigan. Calandigan is a half length. Now it's just a neck. Now it's a nose, and the French horse goes on, and Calandigan wins the King George. Wore down Kalpana. It's time. Over 1.5 miles, and they're off and away pretty much on terms in the early stages. Tenability inclined to pull for his head a little bit and being restrained by Tom Marquand, but going forward certainly with Karedu King in the blue and red jacket on the inside. Criminal is a hard puller as well in these early stages running down the hill. Hackney Diamonds and the green cap on the outside, the grey Bohemian Breeze against the fence from Belcamo and Venezuelan. And another steadily run affair here with 1 or 2 runners getting in the way of each other. It's Karedu King from Tenability, followed by Criminal. Then on the outside is Hackney Diamonds and Billy Lochnan. Also wide, Belcamo wide of Tom Quealy's mount, Bohemian Breeze. And finally at the back is Venezuelan. Racing now into Swinley Bottom. They've passed the mile marker. And Karedu King, the Haydock winner, by a length and a half to the Windsor winner, Tenability in second. Criminal is third then from Hackney Diamonds, Bohemian Breeze, Belcamo on the outside of Venezuelan. Heading now up the hill and on towards the final 6.5 furlongs. Karedu King out in front under Rab Havlin, Tenability stalking in second. Criminal is third against the fence, followed by Hackney Diamonds, Bohemian Breeze, Belcamo, and finally Venezuelan still held up by Hector Crouch at the rear of the field. On their way now, they're passing the 5 furlong marker in this Me Too Club handicap. And Karedu King from Tenability moving up quite well on the outside. Then Criminal in third, followed by Hackney Diamonds, Bohemian Breeze, then Belcamo, and still no move from Venezuelan as they run into the final turn now, this long turn, and approaching the 3 furlong marker. Karedu King is allowed to stride on in front, a length ahead of Tenability in second. Hackney Diamonds coming round runners, followed by Criminal and Bohemian Breeze and Belcamo and Venezuelan. Criminal a little bit short of room there, held in by Hackney Diamonds. Tenability trying to chase down Karedu King. Is Karedu King by a half length to Tenability. Hackney Diamonds in third and then Criminal. Tenability is getting on terms now with Karedu King and goes on. It's Tenability passing the furlong marker that struck the front from Karedu King. Criminal stays on well behind these, will probably get up for second, but won't catch this leader, and Tenability runs out a decisive scorer. From in second, Criminal. For the Miners, by Cover Up and Toca Madera, Wolverhampton, Azure Angel, then Roman Dragon and a Ram on the far side. Isolated is the slow starting Emperor Spirit, who's well out of contention. Vintage Claret coming through on the stand side. Rhythm and Hooves with King of Stars. Glamorous Breeze every chance. A Ram begins to stay on but will need to fly home. It's Rhythm and Hooves who leads the way on the near side. Cover Up challenging now in the blue sleeves. Oh, and Cover Up comes sweeping on by, and Cover Up had it covered. Rhythm and Hooves in second, King of Stars in third.